Welcome, everybody, to this week's podcast episode for the Financial Freedom Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Christopher Liu. And as you know, I talk about the 4 different types of freedom: time, financial, location, health. And in that light, I'm always interviewing people doing things on the cutting edge, making an impact, changing the world. So today we have Atiba, and he's going to talk to us all about share stories, both the good and the bad, building your team to empower other business owners. So I'll welcome Atiba to the show. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
I always, like I said, I'm always creative myself, and I always love talking with individuals such as yourself. So tell us more about your journey and what you do.
Yeah, so I have been in the technology field, specifically search marketing, since 1996, since before it was a thing, literally since before it was a thing. Wrote my first search engine in 1996, and I've never looked back. And so I've had the opportunity to build actually several companies now up and down with different teams and that type of thing in the search marketing world.
Yeah, nice. Well, I know search is interesting niche because what people are usually interested in is text search, but you talk about video search.
Yes.
Expand upon that.
Yeah. So video is the future, right? Text search is still important, but text search that leads to video is where things are going, right? Now, because would you rather read 4,000 words or listen and watch a video? We all choose to watch the video, and none of us feel bad about it either, right? Really, the world was going there anyway, and we can really thank the pandemic for speeding that process up, because what the pandemic did was it gave all of us a choice. You could either read or watch, and we all chose to watch. Yeah,
it's amazing because what you're talking about is basically everything is being compressed. It's like you can find information faster. You can get information, like you can play video podcasts, at 2x speed. You can skip.
Yes.
It's like you can look at different mediums based on how you learn. Yeah, and so you're absolutely correct. Video is the next thing. You talked about that, and everything is in terms of video marketing. There's this thing called vertical video format.
Yes.
Expand upon that.
Yeah. So there are really multiple different formats. And what they're talking about is the orientation of the video. And so most videos that we've ever seen in our lives on TVs were in a wide format, right? When we go to the movie theater, we're watching a cinematic format that's even wider. Okay. And so the video itself is wider than it is tall. And that has served us forever, really, right? But then we all started carrying around these little things, right? These cell phones, and they're not wide. And for whatever reason, we're also lazy. We don't have to turn them to the side. We want to hold them like this. And so that brought on the advent of saying, okay, how do we get videos that fit better on the cell phone? And that's the vertical format, where the video is taller than it is wide, so that it fits nicely on the screen of your cell phone.
Yeah. And how does this apply? Because from the customer journey, from recording the video all the way to uploading it, and so highlight some of the key things. So for example, search. What if someone wanted to take advantage of video search, how would they do that?
Yeah, that's a really, really great question. And it's one that more business owners, one, need to ask. 2, are starting to ask, and 3, are getting frustrated by the answer. Okay, because there's so many people in the world who answer this question poorly, and so I'm going to attempt to not answer it poorly for you, and understand that as a business owner, you and I care honestly one thing, if we're being really honest with ourselves, and that is the cash register ringing. Yes, we want to serve our customers. Yes, we want to do a good job, but guess what? If the cash register does not ring, we can't do those things, right? And so we want to make money. A lot of people give you advice on videos to go viral. Virality puts no dollars in your pockets. So what does? Answer is very simple. Your customers have questions about your product, your service, your industry. They're looking for answers to those questions. All you have to do on video is answer them. That strategy alone of answering questions on video fulfills Google's core tenet, which is to provide people answers to questions that they have, and thereby makes them, Google, want to put your video on the top of search.
Interesting. And it's all about being present, visible, and like I said, anybody can get it started. All you need is a smartphone now. Where's the best place to post? YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, tell us kind of the differences.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So the absolute best place to post a video starts at YouTube. It doesn't end there though, but it starts at YouTube. Now, again, depends on what your goal is. If your goal is that you want your videos to end up on the top of Google search, YouTube is the best place to put your videos. If your goal is to get your videos on the top of YouTube search, YouTube is the only place to put your videos. Okay. Now, that being said, you must put them on YouTube, but then two, the next question is, where is your ideal audience? If your ideal audience is on LinkedIn, then put it on YouTube and put it on LinkedIn. If they're on Instagram, put it on YouTube and put it on Instagram. Now you're gonna say, well, why am I gonna do both? Because you see, what ends up happening, my friends, is this. Let's say your ideal audience is on Instagram and they see a video from you that piques their interest, that starts to answer a question, because it's just a little snippet of a video that you put there on Instagram. And it says to them, hey, you have a problem and there is a solution out there. You start to educate them a little bit. You answered one of their questions, or at least a part of it with that video. Where are they going to go next to get more answers? The answer is Google search. Right? And so when they go to Google search and they search for whatever the next question is that they're asking, and they see your beautiful face again, you start to build what we call know, like, and trust. Talking about the customer value journey. You're starting to build know, like, and trust. They saw you on their favorite platform. That sparked them to go do a search. They see you again. You're showing up as an authority. Obviously, this is somebody I need to know.
Interesting. And like I said, it's so like, as long as your intentions are genuine and you're providing value, it's really, like I said, you don't need to go on the CNBC or Bloomberg to get exposure. You have it right in front of us. So yeah, so we talked about, I'm curious your thoughts, because they say now everybody's going on to ChatGPT, and how is that affecting Google search and SEO? Talk a little bit about that.
So that's it's a really interesting conversation. I'm glad you asked. I talk about this topic a lot. Okay, I talk about this topic a lot, and there are a couple sides to this topic. And to answer your question more succinctly, humans are wired to search. Humans are wired to search. We've been hunter-gatherers forever. We're going to search for things. That's why search engines have lasted so long and been so embedded and ingrained into society and how we live, because it fulfills our innate desire to search and find something. Okay, let's take that and leave that over here. Now, after we've searched and we found something and we bring it home, now we've got all these collections of things that we brought home that we searched for. We do what as humans? Then we build. We create something. You see, Google's always, and search engines are always going to have a place, because we need to search and find new information. When we get new information, we need to then turn around and build. A tool like ChatGPT helps you build. That is the beauty of it. Okay? You can take the information you have and create something new with it. That's the absolute beauty. So I actually see a world where they're going to be able to live in harmony moving forward. Now, I know Microsoft is trying and failing right now. Maybe by the time this podcast comes out, Microsoft will be doing better, but probably not, because Microsoft, that's what they do. I didn't say that out loud. We're about to see over the next few months, and definitely by the end of the year, some of what Google is going to be doing with AI and AI technology and infusing that into search. And that's the thing that always is so interesting to me here is the spec that ChatGPT and OpenAI is written on. Google wrote it. Google has AI that's greater than OpenAI right now.
And also, Google is also it's basically the gorilla. I mean, they've had since 2004, they've had quite a lead. So they're basically the gorilla, and so they have a lot of tools and resources. The other thing is what's interesting is this idea because podcasting is becoming a popular medium. It's still. And so how will podcasting, you can do short, you can do video, audio, and how does video marketing play in podcasting?
Oh, it's absolutely great question. We're sitting here having a conversation right now. The conversation is being recorded and it's going to go out as an audio podcast, but then you also have the video, and you may take that video, that long form video, and you put it on YouTube, which is fantastic, which is what you should do. Let me tell you a real story. We, on my podcast, record audio and video. We put the audio out, we put the video out. Then we splinter that video. And we splinter it and create short form video in vertical, highlighting this guest that I have on. And we'll use that short form video. We'll post that short form video on social media sites for the next 6 to 12 months, sprinkle it throughout. What does that do for me? We posted someone that we had on our show 8 months ago, last week. Then Friday, he sent me a message and he said, "Hey, I got this opportunity. This might be a good thing for you. Let's talk." Then he booked on my schedule for Monday. We meet on Monday, and he has this major joint venture opportunity for us to get involved with. See, if that video hadn't posted, even though we met and we did that podcast 8 months ago, if I didn't post it last week, he may not have thought of me, right? And so that's how video marketing can help podcast.
Yeah, interesting. And there's so much we can dissect here, basically, because it's like content. You can repurpose it. You can change the title formatting, the release.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like basically a content goldmine. So that's really interesting. There's so much things, especially in terms of where the attention is going, and mark. One thing is, so I know as we come to the kind of the conclusion here, how do in terms of people getting started? So what would your advice be? Someone new to the thing, they want to start, becoming a video content influencer. What's the easiest way to get started?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question, and it's one that I'm always very happy to answer. And it's not that hard, guys. And that's the thing that I need you to hear. It's not that hard. I know it seems like an insurmountable mountain to cross or to climb, right? A chasm to cross. And the reality is it seems that way because the first thing that you're doing, which is the biggest mistake that people make, is they're comparing themselves to others. Okay. You're looking at CNN or NBC or whatever, and you're seeing newscasters. You're going to the movie theater and you're seeing movies, and then you're also seeing people who are major influencers online who have millions of dollars of budget, and you're comparing yourselves to them and you're saying, "I can't do that." Yes, you're right, you can't, but you don't need to, is the point. You don't need to. So I need you to hear that. You don't need to create like that. There's a term that you used a little bit earlier, Doctor, and you said authenticity. People want to connect with the authentic you, the real you. They want to hear you say and They want to know that you're a real person. Mm-hmm. They want to know that you're a real person who has the answer to their question. And so now, to answer the question succinctly, here's what you do. Number one, you're going to make a list of questions that your customers have asked you. Just write them down exactly as your customers ask you. Then number two, you're going to get your trusty phone out. On your phone is an app called the camera. You're going to turn that app on, open the app, go to the video section of that app, and then there is a circle, white circle with a red dot. You're going to press that button, hold the phone in front of your face, make sure you can see yourself, and then say, hello, my name is from whatever the name of your company is, and today I'm going to tell you whatever the question is, and then answer the question right here, right now. Answer it. When you're done with that same circle with the red dot, press it again. That will stop the recording. Then this next part is the most important part. The most important part. After you hit the red dot, you're going to immediately go to your all apps. In your all apps, there is an app. You've probably overlooked it for a long time. It's called, you're going to press on that app. It's going to open up. At the bottom of that app, in the middle, is a circle with a plus sign. You're going to press on that circle with the plus sign, and then it's going to give you options. And one of the options is going to be to upload a video. You're going to click on upload a video. Then it's going to show you the video that you just created. You're going to select that one. And then it will ask you for a title of the video. And you're going to title the video the exact question that you answered and press upload. My friends, you are now on YouTube. You're now a video creator. That's what it takes.
And then all you have to do is you just show up every day, like 5-10 minutes, do the same thing. You can make it funny, and the cycle repeats. I love this conversation because people think it's very complicated, but it really doesn't have to be. You just need a smartphone and internet connection, and basically talk to the phone. And like I said, if your content is good, the algorithms will sort that out. So
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. How can people contact you, follow you, reach out to you? I know you have a podcast as well.
Yeah, I do have a podcast. And I guarantee you that if you're listening, you're probably at a place where you said, dude, that sounds good, but I still got questions. I still don't quite understand. And I want to answer those questions for you. So what I want you to do is go to Meet. That's Meet, ATI, B as in boy, A, my first name.com. Okay, meetatiba.com. That's going to take you directly to my LinkedIn. Now, when you get on my LinkedIn, you're not going to hit the follow button. Don't hit the follow button. You're going to look for the button that says more, or if you're on a phone, it'll be the three little dots on the side, usually on the right side of near the top. Hit the three little dots, and then it'll come down and go to connect. Choose connect. It will allow you then to send me a message and connect with me. Send me a message. Tell me you saw me on the show. Let's talk. Let me answer your questions.
Yeah. And for all the listeners out there, Atiba's resources will be in the links and show notes. He's also, be sure to follow him. He's also on all the major social media outlets. He is host of the Traffic Keys podcast, which will be in the links. And the resources of Atiba will be, again, in the show notes. So thanks so much, Atiba, and thanks so much for, I really love talking about how marketing and where it's going and how creators can build an audience.
Yep, absolutely. It's been my pleasure to be here. Thank you for your time.